Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and it has been a while, I know, but it does feel good to be back here, doing something at least, to finish out season number 10 of the NOFSRL Cup Series. We're going to have 6 races until we crown a champion, no chase, it's just strict points now from here on out, and the next race is at Watkins Glen here during Super Glen Week in the NOFSRL. Definitely excited to see how it all goes down. And this is qualifying for the Lake Effect Ice Cream 400K here at Watkins Glen. Things will be done a little bit differently in qualifying throughout the rest of the season. The uncharted drivers will be set by the 2 highest finishers in each Turkey Hill National Series event. And those 2 drivers will automatically run in the Cup Series event and qualify with the rest of the field. This helps me save a little bit of time so I don't have to go through uncharted qualifying when it doesn't really mean anything. But I still do, of course, want to have qualifying for these guys due to the fact that, especially at a place like this here at Watkins Glen, you do not want to just kind of randomly... I know I do it in the Turkey Hill National Series, but I want to stay consistent with the Cup Series and have qualifying for every race. Let's put it that way. It has been over a month since I've recorded a race, and you will be seeing the Turkey Hill National Series event go up here soon as well. And that thing I recorded well over a month ago, and yeah, so I got to get my bearings straight, and Sam Oskin in the 71 is going to have to get his bearings straight because he's got an issue there in that machine, and he will have to go back to the pit lane. Hopefully everyone avoids him. It does appear that they all do. But Keegan Thompson, it's fitting, he is the points leader here in the NOFSRL Cup Series. And he's got a 13-point lead over Jesse Turner here with 6 races remaining in the season. So it's pretty straightforward and simple at this point. We are not going to do a chase. It's just going to be strict points all the way to the end. And we have ourselves Watkins Glen, Indianapolis, Michigan, Daytona, Darlington, and Homestead. So a lot of the big races on the schedule coming up here on the schedule in the next few weeks. We should essentially line all those races up with their real-life counterparts, with the exception of Homestead, which we will essentially do right after Darlington. And then afterwards, and I want to do something, but not overdo myself, and if I made an update video, I probably explained it a little bit more. But it's the past month of not doing races. I've been bored out of my wits when I come home from work and all that, and generally I've been very tired, so it's been a little difficult to have the motivation to do this, but I have a day off today, and if I get the ball rolling at the correct time, we can get this all figured out. And, you know, it gives me something to do instead of watching TV all the time. You know, I can only watch so much King of the Hill before I get tired of it. But either way, we're going to have to see how it all goes down in these final 6 races. That is the main focus right now. And then afterwards, we'll focus on the new series, which, like I mentioned, will probably be an invite-only series. So mainly, it's going to be a lot of the guys who have been around for a long time, who have a lot of wins, essentially. I want to have it kind of set to only 24 drivers in the series. I don't want to overdo it. I kind of want it to be a relatively small series. But at the same point in time, I can't really do signups for just 24 guys, and, you know, everyone kind of get left out. So it's going to be invite only, and I apologize to those who would want to be in the series who may not get an opportunity to do so. And please do not feel bad if I do not give you an invite. That will be a little bit farther down the road. I will be working on that, you know, throughout the next couple of months, kind of just getting everything set up. You know, still have a lot of ideas for it and how it's all going to go, but that will be coming up. I want to do something definitely, and oh boy, we got some interesting things going on here. Shane Lake in the 15 and Ethan Lewis in the 11 there, getting into it. Shane Lake won this race last year. It has not been a good season for Shane Lake this year, though, as he currently sits 28th in points. Thomas Troxel, however, just went to the top of the board in the 53 machine, so we will have to see how well that suits him for the race tomorrow. Assuming I do it tomorrow, whenever that is. But yeah, thank you guys so much for just kind of hanging in there. You know, trying to adjust to the work schedule and everything behind the scenes has been kind of crazy lately. So, gonna keep it in stride and hope for the best, and we're gonna have some fun with these final 3 races. It's gonna be good to be back kind of doing something. You know, I can't overdo myself like I used to, and I want to get these 2 series done, and then from there just see what we do afterwards. But I've yet to record any sort of update video, and I need to do that to kind of lay it all out on the line pretty well. How about Jesse Turner here, number 77? He comes into this race 13 points behind Keegan Thompson. How fitting would it be for Turner, the first ever winner on NAPAFan, to win the final ever championship in the NOFSRL Cup Series? I think there would be no better guy to do it than that guy right there in Jesse Turner. And he's had an excellent season. Very consistent. One of the most consistent guys of the season, of course, but he has not won a race yet this season. There goes the 67 of Nathan Smith. He just went to the top of the board right there for North State Racing. Let's see where that 67 is on the racetrack. There he is right there. But the best place to start here, Watkins Glen, is actually on that outside pole. So Jesse Turner does essentially have the advantage at this point for the race, because that is the best place to start, is actually second. You don't want to be the fastest guy in qualifying here at Watkins Glen. You want to be second fastest. But Daniel McMillan has other ideas. McMillan has just gone to the top of the board, and this is another driver who has not won in a very long time. Of course, no one's won in a long time because we haven't had any gosh darn races in about a month, at least over a month. It's been almost 2 months, actually, since we've done any races. Darn, it's been a long one, hasn't it? But anyways, as I was saying, McMillan has not won in this series since season number 7, all the way back in 2018. And with only 6 races remaining until the conclusion of the series, I'm sure McMillan would love to go back to victory lane one last time, and who knows, this may be his opportunity. That was a very good lap he put down right there, and he could have a good shot at possibly winning here at Watkins Glen. It's a big race to win. This is one of our favorite races all year round here in the NOFSRL Cup Series, and it's a big deal in the NOFSRL. Of course, Super Glen Week, I don't know. I have not really kept in the loop with anyone else's stuff as of late. I don't know what anyone else is doing, but I'm sure there are going to be a lot of races here around this racetrack this weekend as we prepare for the biggest weekend in the NOFSRL. And I wanted time for me to come back and do this stuff, too. It's a perfect week to bring back the NOFSRL Cup Series and finish all this out for 2021. Nathan Stapleton there in 6th. Good run for him. He's also got a really long losing streak in this series. Last time he won was actually before Daniel McMillan, I think. It was right around the same time as McMillan's last win. So there's a couple guys up here who have not won in a very long time who are looking to start up inside the top 10. Nathan Baird just went to 6th. Brad Stover is 8th. Then we have Mason Brown and Cameron Garlington. I'm surprised. It has been well over a month since I've done anything in this series, a month and a half essentially since I've done any recording for this series, but yet I still remember the whole field. I'm glad I do. I will say 55 is Ian Siegel, and then Elijah Gordon is the other hot seat driver. I believe he's in the number 21. Elijah Gordon, I do believe, has won here before. I know he's come to the checkered flag as the leader. I don't know if he overshot the corner in that Rockstar Pro Series race a few years ago. Actually, it might have been an elimination race where he did that. But I think Elijah Gordon has won here before. I can't remember. McMillan, Nathan Smith, Turner, Cody Sill, Ryan Durrani, Nathan Baird, Nathan Stapleton, Brad Stover, Mason Brown, and Trey Smith, the top 10. Our points leader, Keegan Thompson, 17th. That's not a bad place to start, but it is difficult to win the race from anywhere outside the top 10 here at Watkins Glen, so we'll have to see with Turner there currently holding on to the 3rd position. But definitely worry for Keegan Thompson. He may possibly lose the points lead heading into the next race at Indianapolis, which, given that I schedule everything correctly, will be next weekend. Tristan Allen just went to 6th. This could very well be an intense race between a couple of guys who have not won in a long time, and for Allen's case, he's never won in this series before. That is a good place to start here, Watkins Glen, though. 6th. You're going to be on that outside lane, heading into turn number 1 at the start of the race. That could be a very good position. Nathan Stapleton's up there. McMillan looking to win the pole. Ryan Durrani's never won before in this series. Neither has Nathan Smith. Cody Sill hasn't won since last year at Armory Digital. And Nathan Baird's had a really rough season. 34th in points coming into this event. definitely excited to get back in the swing of things here, and especially with this race. What better race to get back into the swing of things than with Watkins Glen International? The one road course race we will have this season in the NOFSRL Cup Series, but it will probably and hopefully be one of the better races of the season, especially with the characters we got up front right now. A lot of guys who, if Turner wins this race, could go to the points lead. Guys who have not won in a very long time, like McMillan, Allen, and Stapleton up there. Defending champion or past champions like Nathan Baird in the 54. A lot of guys who have not won before. It's going to be a fun race with that top 10 starting grid right there. Definitely excited to see how it all goes down. I think a couple drivers may have failed to get a time in. Shane Lake, we saw what happened to him earlier, and Brock Nelson there. I don't think either of those guys got a time in. Neither did Rutkowski or Eli Bright. I think Matt Dalia may have failed to get a position. And remember, last year, Matt Dalia was coming to the checkered flag, the race leader, and overshot the final turn, and that's how Shane Lake grabbed one of his 3 victories last season? Or was it 4? Someone won 4 times last year, and I think it was Shane Lake. Yeah, it was, because Shane Lake won Atlanta, Dover, Hillside, and Watkins Glen. So that's what happened last year. Daniel McMillan. Now, Nathan Smith is in the best position to start the race since he will be on that outside lane. But it is a 15-lap race, and starting up front here, Watkins Glen is good. Even if it is on the pole and you're on that inside lane to start off the race, these two guys right here, McMillan and Turner, and not only is McMillan, looking to get his first win in a while, he's also in the championship fight as well. He's only 81 points behind. He's 10th in points. With 6 races left, he could easily make that up, especially if he wins tomorrow. So I would definitely keep an eye out for those 2 Otter Island teammates. Unfortunately, their other teammate, Matt Daly, who's also in the championship fight. Daly was only 63 behind. He's not going to be starting up front in tomorrow's event. That is how they will line up for the Lake Effect Ice Cream 400K. Daniel McMillan with his first pole of the season. Nathan Smith will be alongside him in the preferred lane. Jesse Turner, Cody Sill, Ryan Durrani, Tristan Allen, Nathan Baird, Nathan Stapleton, Brad Stover, Mason Brown. The top 10. It is going to be a dang good race tomorrow. Take a look at the rest of the results in qualifying right there. Keegan Thompson, our points leader, starting in the 21st position. LJ Semedo, who's 3rd in points, is 27th. Brett Sierra is 25th. Sebastian Kukulon is in 29th. So outside of Turner, a lot of those guys' top 5 are right in between the 20th and 30th position to start this event. Logan Williams, I believe, is starting 11th. Matt Dalio at the back of the field. Eli Bright. Where is Eli? He actually moved up there, I think, a little bit. 20th for Eli Bright. So it's going to be interesting. It could very well, and if things kind of stay the way they are, which you never know what could happen here at Watkins Glen, because you can end up with a lot of wrecks here at this racetrack, and a lot of those guys who are good in the championship, who are running up front in the race, could end up getting caught up in that one, and we could have a complete surprise winner. We're just going to have to see. It'll be tomorrow at some point in time. I'm still recording this a couple weeks in advance as well. So I really don't know how it's all going to go in terms of the scheduling for Super Glen Week, but you will see it tomorrow at some point in time on AG, the channel. I changed the name again because I want to kind of generalize it, just do other things at some point, so I can't make up my mind for anything. And if you have been subscribed to this channel long enough, you know that I can't make up my mind on anything. But hey, thank you for still sticking around, and thank you so much for watching here today from Watkins Glen. Hope you guys check it out tomorrow, and later today we'll have the Turkey Hill National Series here in their return. They only have 5 races left until they crown a champion, but they're here at the Glen for the Lake Effect Ice Cream 200 here in New York. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Daniel McMillan for winning the pole, and we will see you guys tomorrow for the Lake Effect Ice Cream 400K. I will see you guys later.